Time for your sport now with me, Jake Brigstock, and we're starting at the City Ground where Nottingham Forest have signed right-back Carl Jenkinson from Arsenal for an undisclosed fee. The 27-year-old has signed a 3-year deal with the Reds, and he says it was clear from his first conversation with head coach Sabri Lamouchi that only promotion will do.
I think it's going to be tough for sure, but the club definitely has ambition. That was clear when I spoke to the manager, and I think the signings that are being made and probably will be made, sort of a statement of where the club want to be. So yeah, of course it's not an easy league to get out of, but I think we'll definitely have a good go at it this year, that's for sure. And that's the sole aim of everyone that I've spoke to here is promotion. So that's pretty clear. The Championship is a very challenging league. It's physical. It's fast tempo. A lot of teams play over press, so it's a challenging league. But I know what it's all about. I've been here before, and I'm looking forward to playing in it again.
On the latest episode of Team Talk on your screen tonight at 8 p.m, iconic Reds midfielder Andy Reid joins former Notts boss Charlie McParland and presenter Ian Chambers on the panel. Reid reckons Jenkinson is a smart signing from Forest, given that Tendai Dirikwa is out for most of the season now with a knee injury.
The impact I don't think will jump off the pitch at you as such, but it's a good signing. And it's a signing that they needed. Listen, you know, I know we speak about what Matty Cash has not done at the weekend, but he's not a fullback, and I don't think he should have been played at fullback. I don't think it's fair because he's not a fullback. At a push, he could possibly play at a wing back because of his energy. Yeah. But you know, he's not a fullback, so he probably shouldn't have been put in that position. So they needed a right back, and they've got one. As Charlie said,
smart signing?
Yeah, I do. As Charlie said, if they can keep him fit, I think he's good.
Notts County now, and manager Neil Ardley said the Magpies rode their luck at times in the 1-1 draw at home to Stockport County last night. Notts took the lead in the first half, but Stockport pulled the game level, with the Magpies then having to see out the game after the visitors piled the pressure late on.
We had moments in the games where, you know, especially at the end there, where you think you go and win it, but you've got to hit the target to score goals. And I thought we rode our luck a little bit at times. But you know, all in all, we're trying to put some points on the board. It's a point, you've got to respect the point. I know we wanted to win the game, but the second half we just found it a little bit tough.
Why do you think that was?
I think, you know, what happens is, and this is something I think our new owners will want answers to, because they wonder this question. When the opposition have got nothing to lose and they're chasing a game, they commit players forward. The natural thing is for people to try and protect the lead. And what we stopped doing was we didn't defend well enough. The first ball, the ball in their centre forward caused us some problems. We couldn't then get the ball going back the other way. And then what we stopped doing was we stopped trusting each other and running forward.
Midfielder Jim O'Brien scored his first goal at Meadow Lane last night, smashing an effort into the bottom corner 10 minutes before half-time. He thought the Magpies were trying to protect their lead from the start of the second half. He describes the point as a decent one.
Game of two halves really. We never really got going in the second half. I think we were trying to maybe protect the lead a little bit. Balls forward weren't maybe as good as they were in the first half to get them turning towards their own goal. We sat deeper and deeper, and I think they came into the game a little bit more. But you know, it's a decent point. Still gelling. Got lads in the team who've not really trained with us yet, and so hopefully we can get on the training pitch and get to know each other a little bit better. But I thought it was loads better than Saturday.
Cricket now, and Nottinghamshire have released the 5th instalment of their behind-the-scenes documentary called All In. Featured is anguished T20 captain Dan Christian telling his players exactly what he thought of their performances when the Outlaws lost by 3 runs at Lancashire Lightning at the weekend. Take a look at this.
We had blokes trying to hit sixes down the ground. And we just had dumb dismissals from guys that should know better, because there's about 1,000 games worth of experience in the room. We just got to stop doing it, boys.
Crikey, he wasn't happy, was he? There's an all-new Sports Week on your screen at 7:30 tonight. There's cricket, canoeing and meet the Nottinghamshire man who, after medal success at the British Transplant Games, a competition for transplant recipients, now has the World Games in his sights.
For me, it was an amazing event. I was there in two capacities. I was there as a competitor, but I was also there as the National Transplant Sport Kids Coordinator. So I had a great time watching the kids, being involved with them, squeezing in a few sports and a few medals, which was nice, but it was an amazing event. Always is. It's a big family, and you get to catch up with your family again when you're down there.
We've talked about your story previously, and I'm wondering that when you go to these events, which stories touch you the most? Which stories make you think the most?
It's the children. It's the children. They turn up. They have a go at different sports. Some win medals, some don't. But it's all about taking part.